Alright, again, not sure how well you guys might be able to see this or not, but the brown is done. I've done it all 4 sides here, so I don't know if you can tell the difference between this being brown and that being black or not. I don't know how well that's going to come out on camera. So brown's done. I'm going to move up to my tan color. White, black, tan. What is that? Actually, I'm going to do 2 more colors. Do a tan and then a light dusting with the gray. This you should start being able to see quite a bit better. It's just going to be light dry brushing for the next 2 layers here. With the brown, I was kind of going both directions too. If you notice, I'm just picking one direction and just sticking with it with this color. And this is just a tan, just a lighter brown. And you make it a couple spots that are a little heavier than others. No big deal. And if you look at the side of a cliff or a mountain, you know, it's not all even one color anyways. And the reason I did the darker brown so much heavier is, other than the black, which I only did 1 coat, so the second coat of paint on this ballast was the brown that I just dry brushed on. So I did it a little heavier because at this point, or at that point really, the ballast was still pretty porous and was sucking up a lot of paint. So I definitely put the brown on a lot heavier than I'm putting this on. And this is all experimental for me still too. I mean, these are the first bits of terrain that I've tried making from scratch. So it's definitely a learning process. I'm sure the next time I do this, I'll do things differently. Quite a bit, actually. Because I don't plan on using the white foam next time. I plan to cut more irregular shapes into it. I finally found some acrylic base caulk, so I'm going to use that for the gooping next time around. I think Chris, Terrain Noob, for the tip on where I found it too. He's helped me out in some PMs on YouTube here. Not too much in the last couple weeks, but I've been kind of inactive the last couple weeks. Had a lot of stuff going on. I know he's had some real life stuff going on as well, but great guy. Always usually seems happy to help out with anything that he can. So I thank him for the tip on the dollar store caulking. As a matter of fact, I was surfing the web during the day before I messaged him, and well, actually he messaged me from one of the comments on the previous video. And I had been looking online and found some acrylic based caulking, and it was about $7-8 a tube, which I was fine with paying. I figure one tube's gonna last quite a while for me doing this stuff anyways. But he got back to me and told me he gets his at the dollar store. He didn't tell me what brand or anything, and sure enough I get there, and the brand I had found, which was the cheapest online, is the brand that was there for $1.25, compared to the $7 or $8 minus shipping. Shipping was still going to be on top of that, so I was probably looking at, you know, $10 to $12 just to get the caulking I'm looking for the goop here. So I got that, so I'll try to change up the process of how I mixed up the goop last time and failed miserably, and try to get some mixed up for the next project. So yeah, the second one's going to be considerably different. I don't know if I'm going to record that one or not. I tend to just kind of record these things as I go. Not really out of requests or anything else from you guys, but just to those of you that subscribe, to kind of see the trials and tribulations I go through for the first time of doing a lot of this stuff, you know, being new to the hobby and the game and everything. You know, whether it brings a laugh or, you know, kind of reminisce about the first times that you guys did these things, and for as long as it entertains people a little bit, I don't mind recording it. Sure beats just sitting here in silence and just going at this stuff. That, and I kind of feel like I'm talking to somebody right now, even though I'm kind of just talking to myself or the camera, which I don't know if that's signs of some disturbed mental issues or not, but it's what I'm doing anyways. So if you guys have any requests anytime, you know, of anything you want to see me record, you know, I'll give these things a try. Usually if it's something I haven't done before, I will take a little time and try to research a little bit, ask around, and try to get some tips myself before I even take the projects on. And I probably shouldn't be messing with this terrain, because I finally got my order from Gamers Guild Hall, Darth Burns' shop, which which actually has a couple packs of Scouts, a Space Marine Commander, and my first Land Raider Crusader that he put together by the time I leave the house on Thursday morning, and it's Sunday right now. So I will pretty much guarantee that those items probably aren't even going to be base coated. So I will be pushing around some gray units out of his shop, and if I don't get to feeling better, I'm not missing out on the trip to his shop, but I don't know if I'm going to compete in the tournament if I don't get to be feeling better. But you know, I've made plans to go out there. My room's already booked. He seems, you know, fairly excited to have some visitors from 40K Nation come down to his shop as well. He's been talking about this orc army that he's putting together to play my Black Templars. So I don't want to miss out on that stuff. And also, a little bit of mention here, I travel a lot for my work. Some of you may already know that, but some of you might not. And sometimes I'm driving up to 5-6 hours a day, all by myself. And you know, it gets kind of irritating at times trying to find new radio stations as you go in and out of reception of them. And the road car that I drive for the company doesn't have Sirius radio or anything, so it's just kind of hit or miss and trying to find stations. And I'm not too picky on music. I like quite a bit of music, but I can only take so much bluegrass music. Sorry for you bluegrass music fans out there. And a lot of the areas I tend to drive through, they have about 2 bluegrass music stations, 1 talk radio station, and usually a couple gospel or religious stations. So what I started doing, hold on here, I'm going to switch colors.